Envelopes filled with suspicious white powder sent to 9 federal government offices all over the Northwest today. Hazmat teams locked down the federal building in Coeur d'Alene when the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI office received envelopes filled with white powder. Similar envelopes were found at the FBI field office here in Spokane, the federal building in Seattle, the IRS building in Bellevue, FBI offices in Salt Lake, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Boise, and the FBI field office in Pocatello. KXLY4's McKay Allen has followed the story all afternoon. And McKay, some of the letters were postmarked from Spokane.
Yes, sources are telling KXLY this afternoon that some of the letters, several of those letters, were sent and postmarked from Spokane. We are also told that preliminary tests indicate that the powder is not dangerous. Those are just preliminary tests, though. Now, here in Spokane at the FBI offices, which are in that building behind me there, they received a letter that had white powder in it, an envelope this morning. We're told that the letter did not make it inside the building and that no one was exposed. The building was never evacuated, nor was it put into lockdown. The story is not the same, however, in Coeur d'Alene. The federal building there, the U.S. Attorney's Office and the FBI field office received letters filled with white powder. Hazmat crews swooped in, they locked the building down. It's been locked down all day long since about noon. It's possible it could be closed tomorrow. Now, we don't know how many people were exposed to the powder in the federal building in either office in Coeur d'Alene at this time. Now, earlier this afternoon, as I said, the FBI intercepted a letter that was on its way to the FBI offices here in Spokane. Now, these letters started showing up on the west side, the IRS building in Bellevue a little bit after noon. An employee was opening an envelope there when white powder spilled out, and also the federal building in downtown Seattle. White powder was found in an envelope there. 2 people were exposed to that white powder in Seattle. Now, just in the last few hours, we're hearing word of additional cities, federal offices that have been hit by whoever's doing this, sending these envelopes with white powder. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Boise, FBI office in Pocatello, also now the FBI office in Salt Lake City has received these envelopes as well. And again, sources are telling KXLY this afternoon 2 things. First, that the powder doesn't appear at this time to be dangerous, but additionally that many of these letters were postmarked, were sent from right here in Spokane. At this point, 9 federal offices today receiving envelopes filled with white powder. We will stay on this throughout the evening.